Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. On behalf of our director, Mr. Gary Gillette, members of your Missoula City Band, Bill Roach here saying welcome to our premiere concert for the 2009 season. It is so good to see so many friends coming back. Welcome new folks. Good to see you all. Now we have a special guest group with us tonight, the University of Montana Band Camp. Where's the band camp? Make some noise, folks. Yep, there they are. I hate to say this, but last year's band camp made a lot more noise. Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, let's get things rolling. I think we're ready, Mr. Gillette. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join us now as we play our national anthem. Well, good news, folks. Gary finally did it. No, not that. Last January, some of us were able to get together and we recorded our Rosencrantz CD. My assistant, Mr. Gillette, is holding up a CD and he's making a presentation to some folks who really, he says, inspired him to do this. They come down here every Wednesday from Idaho. And at the last concert, yeah, that's worth a round of applause. And at the last concert, they said, "Oh, Gary, where's the CD you keep saying for years we're going to do?" So
it was just a shtick. We didn't really mean it.
So we doed it. And let's see, there are 15 works on the CD, and we're going to ask $15 for this CD. It's really bucket tune. Now, really, before you rush the stage and there's a stampede, we're selling them at the end of our concert, and they'll be available as long as supplies last throughout the year. Also, some are signed by Gary, and although they play well, they're slightly damaged. They're only $5. On the other hand, the ones signed by the announcer are a bargain at $25. On that note, we should play one of our favorite marches. We're going to go down to the Gillette Look Sharp March, and with a slight change of inflection, we use this march as a general admonishment to our director. Gillette, look sharp!
Here we go.
We're very fortunate tonight to have a number of guest soloists. Right now, we're going to have Chris Thomas come up. He's going to play the Haydn Trumpet Concerto. This is by Joseph Haydn, of course. Was written in 1796 when Haydn was 64 years old for his longtime friend and trumpeter Anton Weidinger. Well, tonight we have a trumpet player who we hope will be a longtime friend of the city band. Chris Thomas is from the Seattle area. He received his undergraduate music education degree from Central Washington University in Ellensburg, and currently is a graduate teaching assistant at the University of Montana. This is his first time playing with us, so please welcome our trumpet solo playing the first movement of the Haydn Trumpet Concerto. This is Chris Thomas.
There's more of that to come, kids. He'll play the second movement next week and the third movement at the 4th of July. So if you like what you heard there, there's more of that to come.
Great job. Thanks, Chris. Well, since this is our first concert, we devised a thing that is sort of popular, and it also gives us a much-needed break.
Yeah.
We start blowing air from all parts of our mouths instead of into the horn. So, what we'd like to do is kind of familiarize yourself with the Missoula City Band. So what I'm going to ask is, I'll ask the band for consecutive years, if you've played for between 1 and 3 consecutive years, band members, would you please stand now so that people know what's going on there. Oh, please, you hold your applause, please. Okay. If you've been there 3 to 5 years, would you please stand? All right. And let's jump up a little to 10. Would you folks please stand? All right. We're thinning out, but we're still going. Let's see. 5 to 15 years. Would you folks stand up? All right. You're getting there. Is that where you're standing? No, 15 to 20. 15 to 20. (21 to 25).
Ah, I guess I'll bet.
Wait a minute, I stand here too. I've been standing up for the whole thing. Way to go, Don. I don't know what this proves, except we're getting older. Of 25 to 35 years, would you please stand? Okay, 35 to 40. Bill Haffey, our clarinet player. Bill, what year is it? 37, but who's counting, right? Okay, so let's see. 40 to 45. 45 to 50.
There's maths in this.
50 to 55. Has anyone played in the band between 58 and 56 years? Would they please stand right now? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Dick Johnson, 57 years with the band.
58.
I'm wrong. 58. I cheated him here. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Dick Johnson. And you know what? He's a jolly good fellow, Mr. Gillette.
I think he is. Please help us wish Dick many more years in the band.
And Dick is certainly a good sport about that.
It's easy for me to remember how long Dick has played in the band because he's 1 year older than I've been alive.
That seems impossible. Let's see, okay. Well, folks, honestly, when you have a big as family as we do here with the city band, it's inevitable that at some point tragedy strikes. We would be remiss should we not mention the passing of 3 of our members since last time we met last year. Tony Rudich, he played tuba, euphonium, played with us for many years, died this Sunday after our last concert as a result of an auto accident. One of our band officers, trumpet player and announcer, George Goodrich, passed of natural causes later on that year. And sadly, last week, we lost a trombonist, Deborah Gilchrist, who died from cancer complications. We hold the memory of these fine folks in our hearts and miss them deeply. Now, George's sons, Andy and Malcolm, will be playing with us on July 8th, and we'll be playing some music that George truly enjoyed. He was certainly an influence on the band, and he recruited both Gary to conduct and yours truly to announce. And we like to think he got at least half of it right, so.
Wonder about it is
Well, at least half, so that means he got it. So that's coming up. Okay, we have now for our next number. Thank you. Traditionally, our conductor of many years, Alexander Stepanzoff, always played our next number on the first concert, and rightly so, as it's entitled A Night in June. And since we only have one concert in June, we play it. The tradition continues under Gary, written by the famous American band composer Carl King in 1915, and featuring our fine euphonium section. This is A Night in June Serenade by Carl King.
Fallen Friends.
Well, we're going to ask our three Band-Aid ladies to circulate among you, Corey, Janelle, and Leslie. I always blank out. Thank you for your generous donations, folks. It really helps us out, and you've always given so much. We really appreciate it. We have a soloist coming up. We're lucky to have another talented musician play with us tonight. This is Johan Eriksson. He's going to play a Rudy Whiteoff piece. Now, Rudy was a very popular saxophonist in the 20s and 30s. Not only a popular player, he wrote original works such as Valse Erica, Valse Llewellyn, Saxoma, Saxophobia, and Saxophone. All hits of their day. Well, Johan Eriksson comes to us from Sweden, from the University of Northern Colorado, and now to Missoula. He's the new saxophone teacher at the U of M, and I know he's good because he mentioned he liked my old Conn saxophone. A man of taste and refinement, I can tell you. As with all our soloists, we're lucky to have him here. He's working with the band camp, as was Chris Thomas. I forget to mention that. Please give a city band welcome to Johan Eriksson playing Saxophobia. Mighty fine saxophone playing. Thank you so much, Johan. That was a real treat for the ears. It simply would not be a Missoula City Band concert without a work from our next composer. If you're a veteran of our concerts, you probably guessed it's a piece by George Rosencrantz. And you're right.
Hey, you can buy a CD of his stuff.
And you can, yeah, thank you. It's interesting that late last year, the Ludwig Music Publishing Company printed one of his marches that they had laying around, never published, since 1938. In it, they said they gave poor George a whopping $10 for it. Perhaps the City Band is in the forefront of a Rosencrantz revival that will sweep the music world. We can say it started here. Then again, perhaps not. Anyway, here's the Envoy March under the skillful baton of Gary Gillette by George Hendricks Rosencrantz. Well, coming on stage now, we've got Ben Kirby. He's going to play Concert Etude number 49 by Alexander Godecki. Godecki was a Russian composer and pianist. This was written in 1948. His Concert Etude Opus 49 is perhaps his most famous work. It was originally written for trumpet. Our soloist Ben Kirby arranged the music for tuba. Now, Ben Kirby is also teaching up at the band camp. He's our local tuba guru. He keeps busy teaching tubas, often conducts the Missoula Community Band, plays with the Missoula Symphony Orchestra and the Glacier Symphony Orchestra, not to mention the Missoula City Band on very many occasions, and conducts and plays with MCT. I understand that one of his outside interests is gardening and grows many potatoes, yams, and sweet potatoes. Yes, even in this field, one could say that he specializes in tubers. Yes! Now, if you don't laugh, they get worse. I owe you, Ben, sorry. Everybody hang on to your hats and prepare to be impressed. This piece moves right along. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Kirby playing Concert Etude number 49 by Alexander Godati. The Iowa Band Law March. This is another piece by Carl King, and it was dedicated to Major George Landers, who, along with Carl King, was influential in establishing the Iowa Band Law, which passed in 1922. Now, this law allowed cities to levy a local tax, quote, for the maintenance and employment of a band for musical purposes, unquote. Now, I don't know what else you would use a band for other than musical purposes, but perhaps in Iowa they had to spell that out. I'm just not sure. This law was eventually adopted by 28 other states. I don't think our fair state was one. No, Gary's shaking his, I'm looking at him.
Well, our city knows better.
Our city does know better indeed, and you great folks do support us, and we certainly thank you for that. So, without further ado, there's been too much ado, let's go to the Iowa Band Law March by Carl King. We'll have to play that one more often, Gary. I like that. That's good. Okay, on our stage right now we've got some more soloists. This time we've got a clarinet trio. I'll take it from, let's see, that's my right, your left. Allie Beatty, she's a Missoula gal, former Sentinel student, and current junior in music performance at the University of Montana in clarinet and voice. And she is a counselor at band camp. Next to her in the middle is Kirsten Engebertson. Now she's from Malta, and as you can guess, she's also a counselor at the band camp. And she is currently a University of Montana student in music education. And again, a counselor at the band camp. And on your extreme left is Cassie Keogh. She's from Nye, which is near Absorki, which is near Red Lodge, which is, it's not near anything actually. She's student taught this year with Gillette this past spring. Oh, God bless you. And just graduated and is going to Michigan State University to do her master's in clarinet performance. She is teaching clarinet at band, and we are so lucky to have all three of these gals here. Now, this was a big hit for the Lawrence Welk Band, and so now here's Allie, Kirsten, and Cassie, with the boys and the girls in the band playing a clarinet, a polka, a one and a two. Great job, ladies. Thank you, one and all. Just wonderful, wonderful stuff.
And you know you can hear Cassie play again next week. She'll be here playing the Mozart Concerto number 40. So hold on, man.
And you can hear Cassie and Allie on the Rosenkrantz CD, which is available to you. Did I tell you folks that we have a Rosenkrantz CD for sale? We're at our last number, folks. Thanks to our fine soloists, Chris Thomas, Johan Eriksson, Ben Kirby, Allie Beatty, Kristen Engelbertson, and Cassie Keogh. Thanks so much for being such a great audience and letting us share this time with you. On behalf of Gary Gillette and the band, Bill Roach saying we'll see you here next Wednesday, July 1st. And we're going to have the award-winning Sweet Adelines join us. With pie. That's what really gets Gary over here. And we're not talking mathematical formula, we're talking fruit pie, wonderful stuff. So bring your appetite and bring some bucks. Let's see. Don't forget to get your CD after we're done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please join us in song as we finish up with Montana. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week, folks.
Thanks, folks.